Yo, what's up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'm going to bring you 5 custom staircase designs. I've got 5 different kind of variations, starting from your normal straight staircase to more curved, and just a few diverse staircases from here on out. I'll kind of show you around them and how I built them, what textures I used, and where you can kind of use them, and how to improve or kind of use a different style or take on them. I'll just kind of discuss how I built them. And yeah, give you a few tips and pointers on how to create some yourself and how I created these. So I'm going to start off here with this kind of semicircle staircase. Obviously, it's actually like only a quarter of a circle, so you're going to come around in just a little corner that just twists slightly up to the right. The simple way of actually building something like this is if we grab a normal block here, we're just going to place down. So I placed 3 blocks, then 2, then 1. 2 and then 3, so this gives you the curve instantly for your staircase. And then from here I usually have about a 3 or 4 block gap depending on which I want. I think for this one I went 4 in between, so there's actually 4 blocks in between. And then from here you can kind of go up by like a 2 or 3, so you're always going to want to keep this 4 block gap. And same on this side, so I probably went to about here, knock that block out there, and you'll get something that looks like this. And then from here on, all you kind of do is just texture it with different kind of block palettes. So for example, in this one I'm using stone, polished andesite. I believe there is a bit of andesite there, just normal one, yep. And cobblestone, andesite, polished. Yeah, they're polished andesite too. And I think that's pretty much it. You just used for kind of texturing on this one. Really simple one that you can use anywhere. Kind of more of a medieval, definitely fits into a castle. And then obviously I went around and just added a few bits of foliage around it, some bushes, some vines hanging off, and then I just stuck some lanterns kind of sitting on top of the staircase so you can walk up and have a bit of light on your way up too. It just also makes the staircase look so much better in kind of shaders, because you get the lighting effects from it after you get actual light. Whereas in your default Minecraft it just kind of produces a light area, so it doesn't quite give you the same effect, but it still looks great either way. And it will just stop mobs from spawning on your staircase. So let's go over to the second staircase. Bit more simple, this one. It's kind of just a straight staircase, so you can just walk straight up and you'll be reaching the top here. So all I did for this is place these in between these pillars. You got logs, so all I did was place 2, and then I went 2 blocks in between that, then placed 3, and then went 2 blocks in between that, then placed 4, like so. So you get a setup that looks like this. And from here all I did was place stairs like this, and then stairs upside down on this side. And I literally did that the whole way around. That gives you a nice little effect to kind of fit this frame in. And then once I fit that in, I just filled it in with some slabs, and then I actually got some barrels in here as well for a nice little effect. They are upside down barrels to kind of match with the slab plank texture, which looks really good. And obviously I've blocked it off on the side so you can't actually see the underneath and play with this with the barrels, but obviously you can see through here and you'll see what's going on. You could fill that with some lighting or some other stuff, whatever you'd like, but it's just a way to kind of texture your floor by using upside down barrels. And then throwing on these trapdoors on the side here to give a bit more texturing. Got composters with leaves too, just a bit of foliage around to really brighten it up and just make it look a bit more natural. Obviously it looks like something you would find kind of outside, leading up to maybe like an elven place, something like that would be where you kind of fit this design in here. So that's number 2. Number 3 is a really cool one. I actually thought this was so during building this, I actually added the portal in later on when I realized that this would be a great addition to the kind of staircase design. So it's really similar to the first one with the kind of quarter of a circle, and then once you've done that you kind of add another one on this side and connect them up in the middle here, so then you could obviously venture off this way towards like maybe like a castle or your house or whatever you've built over there. And then obviously in the middle here, when you're heading back to your base, you can go to the nether if you wish through there. So it's just a small little addition. So basically this is just 2 quarter circles connected up, and then there's a 3 block gap in between them, so they connect up to about here. So this is where the first one ends, this is where the second one ends, and then in between there's 3 blocks, and this is where you can path off this way. So I literally used a mixture of polished granite bricks for the floor. Then we've got some spruce slabs and spruce planks kind of just going up in a little kind of its own kind of staircase on the side here. And then when we get towards the top, we got this raised and lowered slab effect, so we get up by 1, down by 1, up by 1, down by 1, and we repeat this along here as well until you get towards this middle section. Yeah, and then added a portal in this middle section, hid the kind of frame of the portal using these stairs and foliage to kind of hide it away and make it look a lot better. Added in some lighting as well, just to kind of fill in some space, just brighten it up as well and make it just look that extra more complete, more crisp. And then obviously go around and bone meal it so you have actually some more foliage on the outside. And it's just, obviously I'm playing in a flat world, so I don't really have anything on the outside, so it will probably look a lot better building in your general kind of Minecraft world. Super flat, doesn't really have any grass or anything, it's literally just grass blocks, which is just not the greatest thing to look at. So I just kind of filled in a few bits of bone meal here and there. Next one, I've been playing around with a few of the new blocks here. So this is kind of more dangerous kind of Nether themed one. We're using some of the new blocks, and we're using some polished staircases, polished andesite, cobblestone, andesite walls here, cobblestone walls, black stone there as well, and then we got the warped slabs on here with the new lantern that I can't actually remember the name of, the soul lantern, I think, something like that. But all we've done is created a similar staircase to the second one, but it's actually just more narrow heads up, and then obviously we've got these designs on the side, so we're using stairs and then upside down stairs, throwing in an array of different blocks in here as well. And then on the outside here we got some just poles looking like they're hanging it, kind of connected, and like some scaffolding holding it up. And it just looks more dangerous, and they kind of raise the further you get along. So you can kind of walk up this, and we got the lanterns on the side as well, makes them look very much more evil because of the kind of block colours that you get. So it's a very evil kind of themed one. Obviously the blackstone does look very evil in itself, along with the new blocks. They did a great job on the 1.16 Nether update blocks. It just looks very menacing and evil, and it's something that would definitely fit quite well into the Nether. Maybe using some of the new crimson blocks would have been a good idea as well if I was going for more of a Nether themed staircase. But this one really fits for like a kind of more of an evil, or yeah, more of an evil, I'd say more of an evil castle. So like if we're going along the lines of the first one, this is more of an evil version of it and an evil variant. So, you know, it's something you can always play around when using those new blackstone blocks. And we're coming up to our last one here, which is pretty much a half circle, but as you go around, it gets slightly higher and higher every time you kind of head around it. So we're going to start off from the bottom here, and which is going to go up by only like 3, and then it's just going to be flat for the whole way around until you get to this other part of the circle, which raises again by 3, or it might even be 4 on this side here. But yeah, we've raised it slightly on this side, so it's a pretty simple one. You create a half circle. So if we go along with the first one where I went 3, so I went like 3 blocks along. So I think this one's 5, 2, then 1, 2, 5, 2, 1, 2, 5, and that's what you do on this side. And then obviously you've got a little similar design here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then 3, 1, you know, and then I've kept it with a 3 block radius in between each kind of staircase. So you get a nice way to walk around, a very wide space, no, it doesn't feel too cramped up, and it loops back on itself, so you can have something up on a higher area that you can kind of walk up to, which will fit really nicely if you're coming from maybe like a lower part of a cliff and you're going up, but you kind of want to loop back onto yourself, anything like that. And then I just add some trapdoors with some chains and lanterns, composters with leaves just to fill in some space, and then obviously you stripped spruce just to kind of throw in the stairs here as well, to throw in some different textures to this little staircase. It was not little, it was quite large, and we got these fences as well. They kind of look like little spikes or something. They just throw in a bit more detail and look a bit more menacing. You could add torches and things to them as well. It would fit very nicely to more of an elven theme once again. So it's really up to you what you kind of do with these staircases, but these are just little 5 staircase kind of designs that I'm going to show you, and hopefully you can take some inspiration and use them in your world or in your builds. So yeah, if you like this video and if it did help, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. And if you've got any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.